Hello, this is Johnny Liu. Today I'm going to focus mainly on all the Neo Geo game and also some of the tips, information, how to get even the old Neo Geo X Handheld, which is also portable, to look as good as the original Neo Geo Mini and the Neo Geo Clone, which is RetroArcade. How to make it where this even come out. And then we're gonna also talk about how we're gonna get Neo Geo or 189 or 186 game. Where can we go about finding the FBA format? And today I'm not gonna go into how to convert the zip file to FBA. I'll do that other video when I do the Sega Genesis, transferring the zip file or the GEN or the different format into BIN. Now, also today I'm going to talk about some update of information about this that I told you in the previous video. So I want to clarify those as well. Okay, so let's get started with Neo Geo X. Neo Geo X was told that the graphic doesn't look good when you put it on the screen. Well, I'm going to demonstrate that right now. I have it plugged in into my IPS screen, and I also have a converter that convert. No, I don't. I'm not using the converter. I'm just only using IPS screen for this demonstration. Okay, and I'm demonstrating this one would already have hack SD card and a flash of hack. Flash a new firmware to able to play different platform. And matter of fact, this one play a lot better on everything. Even Neo Geo, all the Neo Geo game work on this little device. That was poorly judged that the graphic and everything was bad, but I'm going to demonstrate it. If you have, and also I will give you the link of where to get the latest, the greatest firmware update of Neo Geo X. Now, I'm running Ninja Turtle in time, and I want to demonstrate that because a lot of people know Super Nintendo, and especially Ninja Turtle, what it's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to sound like. So I'm going to demonstrate that with the IPS screen. This is not the normal regular LCD screen where you get from your home TV. This is a 10 inches, and it's a little bit more expensive. I think Costco sell it, like they sell 23 inches and 32 inches as well, and roughly around $229 and for the 32 inches in Costco. And they also sell the, now I don't know how good are they in regular TV local store, but I got this from Amazon, and this is a 10 inches, and I want to demonstrate, is it true that this graphic is going to look bad? I think it's because the hardware you plug into that's creating that making it look bad. But let's try the Neo Geo. Let's try, Neo Geo X Ninja Turtle in time. I haven't tried yet, so I'm trying myself. Let's see what it looks like. I apologize if the sound is real loud because my remote control battery is dead and I can't turn the sound down. Alright, I'm going to start.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
So let's move even closer. I don't see anything bad about the as long as you buy an IPS screen and you plug it directly to it, the graphics look great. I don't see any problem. To get out with this new firmware, you hold the home button, and then it will give you this option. Move it one time forward. This one have some reason down, however. Then you just press I guess star or any of this button. Okay, A. Now different game emulator, the functionality of the key is different. Sometimes star could be here, sometimes star could be here or here, or it could be here by itself. Okay, so let's demonstrate some Neo Geo because I have two more Neo Geo devices in the side, and we could look at and compare if a graphic is really that bad. I believe if you buy the correct display, your graphic will have no problem, because to me it look exactly almost the same as the Neo Geo Clone and Neo Geo Mini. So let's go to the Neo to get out of this screen of this new hack 4.5, I believe. You press the B. Okay, and there's the screen right there. Okay, so I have Super Nintendo that we just played. We got Sega Master Genesis, and we got Genesis. We got PlayStation, all the pinball game, and Sega PlayStation Action, PlayStation all the fighting game, and PlayStation shooting game, and Neo Geo by itself. Okay, when I press B again, it takes you all the way down to the main screen. This is the main screen, and all the game that is preloaded are still here. So all your, I believe, 20 plus game is all here. Okay, then you press A. Okay, you got Atari 26. You got Capcom. Okay, now Capcom, I have more Capcom working on this Neo Geo X than I do with the Clone. Clone, I have I think 200 game working on. I went and test all the SPS 1 and 2 for Capcom, and only 200 that is working right now. I can't get any of the Marvel, like Capcom, Marvelverse, Capcoms, those X-Men type of game working on this device, sad, but can't get those to work. But yeah, this Capcom here, you have a lot of X-Men game that work very well, and they play well, and it look awesome. I have no problem with it. Let's try one of this one. This one's my favorite because it have rows in it. Let's just show it to you. Again, the sound is gonna be very loud, so you might want to turn it down a little bit. I don't see any problem with the graphic, the Neo Geo X.
X-Men versus Street Fighter!
So for this one, Capcom, you have to press the menu for the start button. Then you press the stop for the coin, and then stop.
Come on, Mona.
Okay, I'm gonna click hold the menu. Then you give me the option. Press to the right, and then press star to A to exit out the game. Okay, now if the game doesn't have a save mode on this device, doesn't give you the option to save. So that's the downside about it. But press B. Okay, it doesn't let you play. It lets you play PlayStation 1, no Turbo 16, no Nintendo 64, no Nintendo DS. It does have Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. So it comes with NES, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Sega Genesis. Some of the MAME, majority of the MAME that I was able to. I tried the MAME with the zip as well to see if it worked. Some of those does work. Alright, let's go to Neo Geo and do a fair comparison. We're gonna do the Street Fighter 98. So let's go the opposite direction. The downside of this is if you have a lot of game, you have to scroll left and right. Here you go, Street Fighter, Kingdom Fighter 98. I pressed the B instead of B is to get out of the main screen. Press A again. Alright, let's go back to the. Yeah, you cannot do screen. You can't like scroll down left and right. You just have to keep on going till you see it, till you find it. So after we demo this one, we're gonna plug it into the Neo Clone Mini, and then we're going to talk about it, some of the stuff. The graphics look beautiful. I don't see any problem with this one at all. With Neo Geo X, a lot of people say it's really bad because if you buy the correct monitor, they will have no problem. It looks great. That's the top. Okay. Also, one thing good about this version is if you press the left button, you could change the screen box to the normal box without stretching it out. Ooh, took me to the XSL. That's a turbo and speed up the process of the game. So you could speed up the game. For some reason they have that function. My screen stretching and stuff, I don't know, it changed. Different game have its different functionality button. Different emulator have its own. So, I don't want to get out. Alright, let's go ahead and start playing the game so we can see. Oh, that's also doing the same thing. I don't want that. So this is a select, I believe, and this one. Oh, I just increased the speed again. Okay, we're not gonna play the whole thing. You seen the demonstration, so let's go ahead, press A, get out. Okay, so that's Kingdom Fighter 98. So we're gonna unplug it and we're gonna go directly to the other system. And as you can see, it looked good inside, but if you have reflection or outdoor, you have glare, so you will have problem with it. Also be careful, this screen is, I know it's small, I used to put it in my pocket, and when you have dust, it will sometimes get into the screen. So make sure you buy a case for it, and so that way you won't get dust inside the screen. Okay, and it's a cool device. They still sell it, and you could still hack it. I have the latest version of hack. A lot of people only have the 3.5. I have I believe it's a 4.5 version. So I will provide you the link. If you do not know how to hack it, please check my the latest Neo Geo version of it. Okay, this one used the audio, the regular video audio, and I bought a cool device that I recommend you guys get one too. And that is the converter of this box. Let me plug it in, and then I'll show you the box, because it make my video look real good. Let me move the screen over a little bit. Okay, this one is a good box to get. It actually transfer my video, and I'll go to Amazon again and check to see where I found this one, see if I could locate the link of this game, this device I purchased. but it convert regular video audio out to HDM and give you the good quality of the game. Now, like I say again, in order for this to work, you have to change the setting to what you call it, NTFS. Excuse me for bumping the. So let's plug this in. Let me change this back to this screen. So the only thing I did was move it around. I did not the direction. And also another good news is I popped this out and put the red one in because I forgot to, I guess, turn it off last night. And this one is the 18650, the one that I recommend. This is also the same one I use for the game hat. They use the same battery, and I ordered from Amazon. I do not know why ETA Prime told us not to order it from the Amazon, order from local store, but I have no problem with it. It comes with a charger, and I'm charging the one that comes with this system, and it's charging. See, showing the one side is charging. So let's see how well. It'd be cool. You have extra one, you could just pop it in, pop it out without have to look for the mini USB, because this one is using the mini USB connection, which is a lot wider than the micro USB. So it's a mini USB, and to charge it. So it's not the standard standard Galaxy phone connection. So the smartphone connection. Alright, so you're gonna go to the setting first and press that button. Press A, sorry, and then go up to go to the very bottom. Press TV output, and go ahead and select the TV output. The video audio connection. That I used the different cable, and I think the one that I found in my box, one of them was broken and I wasn't sure. So anyway, we got it back on this screen. This screen is black now, so we're going to use this controller to demonstrate it. So we're going to press B, get out, B. Alright, so let's try. The reason the sound is lower is because the monitor, the sound is controlled by this one, so that way, which is kind of nice, you could use this to control it, but your remote control will not work. So yeah, use this. Well, it will work, you just have to turn this one up and then use a TV remote to turn it down, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and start the Neo Geo. Yeah, let's go ahead and start. Now, if you have SD card put in there, you could just press the A again to go into preview, and then select your SD card. Okay, and then it will load all your SD cards. So I got the SP1 200 game working, and SP2 only 40. And this one is Final Burnout. I only got 15 of them working. That actually work on this Neo Clone, and Famicom, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. Now the Game Gear GG does not work. It doesn't matter what format you put it in. It does not work in BIN. Doesn't work on zip. Doesn't work on GG format. I already tried. I think I still have it in there. So the Game Gear, any of the Game Gear game will not work. I have the zip file here, and I have the BIN file. So just letting you know that those games will not work. Okay, went all the way out. And also the Mega Drive, or the SMS format, that will not work. That's the older Sega Genesis version. Again, it's called the Mega Drive, which is the the 8-bit video game like Nintendo, and now it's called Super Nintendo. So Sega Genesis is more like Super Nintendo, and the SMS is the like Nintendo, the 8-bit type of game. None of those will work either. So both of the emulator, doesn't matter what format I change it to, neither one of them will work. Okay, so just FYI, they do not have a fix for it, but that's the problem we're running into. Now, if you look at the bright side, if you compare it with the Neo Geo XL Mini, it's worth it. Because why? Because you get to play the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and you do able to use an arcade stick when you plug into this machine. So yes, there's a good about this machine. I would not just toss it to the side and say, I forget it. You know, it doesn't play the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance very well. For some reason, it does not play the old system very well at all. Some of the game will play well. I mean, you're looking at, I give a rating of C because it's like hit, you know, how you say it, try and error. I haven't got a chance to try all the game, but the game that I try, half of it is working, half of it doesn't work. And some of the sound, the game work, but the sound is real bad. Mainly the sound issue. And some game may be a little bit lacking on the Nintendo and Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color. So those are the downside of this system. But Sega Genesis, Mega Drive play well. I'll demonstrate this more, but I want to prove to you that Neo Geo X is graphics great. So let me go ahead and go to the Neo Geo. Press B again. I keep on forgetting and keep on pressing B. Alright, let's go to the one that came with this system, Neo Geo. And let's look for Street Fighter 98. Now, if you press to the right or to the left, the screen will change screen by screen by screen. So you don't have to go one by one. Alright, 98. And also, this only support the 32 gigabyte SD card, and that's all you need. I put all the library in here, test all the game. I left the one that doesn't work still in there. I have enough space. You don't have any problem with the 32 gig. It does not work with a 64 gig SD card, and I try it. It doesn't work. So don't waste the time. You could try it like me. I tried it. It didn't work. So only support 32 gigabyte on this machine, and it fit everything in there, so there's no need to change out the SD card from here and put the other one. We might try to look at it, see if they use the same controller as same kind of plug that the Data East is using, because one of my Data East doesn't work, but I like the emulator because it play all the emulator well. So I'm thinking about if it does play, I could swap the controller from here and put it in here. Oh, that would be awesome, because it's same screen, but this one play all the emulator well. Okay, so as you can see, the screen look the same. I don't see any differences between the Neo Geo X and this one. So if you get the IPI as in India, P as in Peter, and S as in Sam, IPS screen, I mean, any direction you look at it, the screen is perfect. Those are the screens you want to get, and you give you the best play of retro game. So any kind of retro game you plug into, it should give you a good, pretty decent graphic. You know, no problem. So as you can see, it looks just fine. But let's start one game. I don't like to play with. It's hard to hold this and put it in my lap and play this, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug the arcade joystick to it, the one that came with my cabinet, the 10 inches cabinet. It's so awesome with the that functionality built in. Okay, so yeah, the graphics is the same. I don't see any differences in that. Now let's try Neo Geo Mini. I should unplug all this. I should have just unplug the back of the Neo Geo directly instead. Neo Geo Mini. Okay, unplug the joystick. Okay, now we're gonna plug the Mini. The Mini requires a Mini connection, so I already have the cable ready. Okay, so we're gonna plug this to back of this Mini. What I did is I get a converter, and so I don't have to go back and forward. So I just use this white cable, long one, and then whenever I want to play a different game, I swap it to the regular standard using adapter. Okay. And the screen is still okay. Alright. So we're gonna try using their controller because it's the white controller, which is this one. Now Neo Geo Mini, the bad side is that it is the best game, the best system to play Neo Geo, but the downside is only have 40 games. Right now, there's no hack to this, and it only supports C connection. It only supports their own controller. It does not support any other controller. So if you want to play arcade stick like this one, you will have to wait till somebody make one because Neo Geo make their own controller. So no USB controller will work on Neo Geo Mini. Okay, that's the downside. Alright, let's try. This one also has sound very loud because it's controlled by the monitor value controller, and my remote control is right now battery's dead, so I can't turn it down of the sound. Now Neo Geo, it have an option where you could choose a different screen look. Now I did notice this one is much better in the screen. So like I say, once you plug it in, there's no sound control on the when you press start and select. Now I having problem getting used to this D-pad because with the handheld controller, I'm more used to the regular D-pad instead of the joystick or the Neo Geo joystick D-pad. It's harder to do the combo with this because it's like sticking up on your hand a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not too bad, but I think it's stick up more than the Neo Geo, I believe. I think Neo Geo is more flatter, see that? And this one is more sticking up higher. So see, even when I put it in the back, you can still see that it stick up a lot higher than so the control is a little bit higher to control, and this one had the click sound, and the button is good, and this one doesn't have the click sound. So but yeah, overall, if you have problem with this game on the big screen, change it. Okay, change to IPCX. Okay, let me try a different game like Street Fighter, Street of Rage. Let me see if that will make any difference. So let me plug into something people more familiar. This use also MicroSD connection, so same like Neo Geo Mini. Okay. This Clone is the only one use the AV output. So let's try something people are more familiar with, like let's press B, get out. Let's see, do we want to try some PlayStation? Some people might be interested in how well the PlayStation play. Let's try one PlayStation, and then we could go and try. Let's try what this PlayStation is real good at. That one is good. Tekken 3. Yeah, let's try Tekken 3 because PlayStation. Oh, PS1 is out. Tell you a very good news. PlayStation Mini Classic is out since 2 days ago. Okay, I think it's the September the 12th that they released the news, I believe. No, I don't remember now what day. I think 2 days ago at 2 p.m. Now, they only announced 4 games out. The reason I say I have a good news about the PlayStation Mini is that go to Target. If you have a Target discount 5%, get it, because you get you have to. It's $99.99, roughly $100. With the $8.25 tax, you're gonna pay $108. But if you pre-order from Target at this moment, at this time, you could only order one per household, and you get 5% off. So you only pay like, I think, $105. So yeah, if you want some discount, get it Target now. Target still have it. Amazon is sold out. Walmart is sold out. Best Buy is sold out. So this game is gonna be hot. So if you buy 3 or 4, you could sell that thing good price in eBay in Christmas. So if those of you who are the that like the retail buyer and seller, it's a good time to. Somebody told me that, but I normally don't do that. But yeah, a lot of people making good money. Like a lot of people make this is only $25 in Amazon in the international version, and I bought the Japanese version, and now I wind up had to pay $84 for just one joystick, which is ridiculous. Oh, another good news about the Clone is that before I forget, they're coming out with a new version in eBay. Whoa, I'm sorry, that thing just flipped on me. So sorry about that. Hope that didn't damn. Okay, they have a new version of the Clone in eBay. If you search for Neo Geo Mini arcade clone or something like that, or RetroArcade, you might be able to find it. And once you find it, you're gonna see a lot of listing. They actually have a version of this same color. Instead of black, you will get blue on top, and you will get the same color, white on top and red around it, and the white in the back. So it look exactly like this one, and it just don't have the paper, and it doesn't have that big blue top. It just have this thing here, blue, and it's very pretty. So I got one of the sellers is selling for $79.99. Also, somebody asked me, is it going to be a long wait? Yes, it's starting to become a long wait for the purchase. It took me 10 days originally when I first got it. Now it's going to take longer because they have sold out and they are ordering another batch. So the person told me that the next release day will be September 25th, which is only a few days away from here. So you're gonna wind up waiting for at least 3 weeks. Some seller in eBay might be a whole month. So just FYI, I know I told some of you guys that it's not going to be a long wait, but it seems like now, since I'm doing a video, a lot of people are watching it, and people start like, hey, I want to get this, you know, I could play more game. Now it's true, you're able to play all the Neo Geo 180 plus game. I already put it in. I haven't got a chance to test it yet. I'm thinking about maybe I should, so that way now this thing, I realized it does go to sleep mode. Oh, because I changed the screen resolution to the TV output. But let me go back to the Tekken and then the Sega Genesis before I forget to do that, since I mentioned that. So just to demonstrate, this NeoGeoX is actually not bad. It's actually good. Since now I'm doing a video about this IPS screen, people are now probably gonna go out and buy it because they're like, hey, I could play all this hack game. Johnny already have the hack game image out there. I just need to download, put into a CD, and boom, I could play this game. Why not? Yes, you could do it. I got everything set up for you. Just download it, put the SD card in here. Now the SD card, you have to buy a converter. Okay. I don't know if it will hurt it to pop it out, but there's a micro SD card in here. So so you take the micro SD card, put it in your computer, transfer your file, and burn the image, and then put it back in here. Now this controller, this card, the pin 1 and 2 are convert reverse. So you will have to buy a Neo Geo hack, Neo Geo X hack, and SD card. It's not micro SD card, it's called SD card. The micro SD is the little one that go inside the SD card. So micro SD card go into the SD card. So they'll sell you the blank card reader, and go check out my Neo Geo 2-hour video. Tell you everything you need to know, where to download it, where to buy the hardware. So once you do, you just buy that, burn the image, plug it in, hold the button, and plug the dangle in. There's a dangle here. Plug it in, and then let it boot up to it, and in a few minutes it will flash it to the new hack flash, and then once that's done, then it will recognize all the emulator you put in here. Okay. All right. Let's start the game. Let's see if there's any lacking or slowdown, because Tekken 3 is a very eat up a lot of, you know, sources and memory and. So far so good. I think I'm getting a reflection because the sun is coming out. Sound like there is a lacking. So PlayStation Tekken 3, so that's why go get the PlayStation 1 Mini. It comes with a Tekken 3. 20 game is worth it, and then 2 joysticks. If you think about it, you get the joystick right there, you know, you're looking at what, 40 bucks each? So that's $80 right there. So yeah, I'm promoting, I recommend to get the PS1. The 20 game, it's worth it, you know. And then you can use the old PlayStation 1 controller and play, you know, your old. Okay, you can still use the PlayStation 1 controller that came with PlayStation 1 Classic, and you could move it over to the stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's worth it. So. Yeah, I don't know if you guys could hear me. What I was saying is that if you buy a PlayStation Classic Mini, it comes with 2 joysticks, and that 2 joysticks, let's just say if you was to go buy it, what, $39, $29, let's just say $39, and so you pay what, $60, $30, $60, $29 old joystick. Oh, actually it's new, and it's a USB. Oh, so you cannot plug into the. And the USB, so you could use that joystick and you could plug it into Raspberry Pi. You could plug it into this machine here too. So yeah, the joystick is worth it. And I think if you was to buy it, a new one by itself, probably gonna cost about $39. You know how people, they're gonna raise the price up. So yeah, $39. So you're looking at what, 39 roughly is 40 bucks, $80. So $80, and the system is like Nintendo 64-bit. Okay, so 64-bit game for $99 to me is not expensive. People is like, wow, it's a little bit higher than Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is only 16-bit. Okay, why are you comparing the 16-bit? If I remember correctly, Nintendo went from Super Nintendo to Nintendo 64 and then to GameCube is because they cannot keep up with the video game graphic. PlayStation was doing graphic that Nintendo was behind. You know, even when they came out with the Wii U, they were behind in PlayStation 3. The graphic wasn't that great until they came out with the Switch. Now, this is the first time they actually came up where the graphic is now compatible to what, PlayStation 3, you know, PlayStation 2. So yeah, their graphic is still behind, you know. You know, it's time. So PlayStation, that game is a very advanced game, so it's lacking on that game. So anyway, let's check. I want to check the Sega Genesis, because that's the more of a. I press the B and I press the A. I don't know, it's gonna kick me out. Okay, this one is the hack version. So you could actually play some hack version. I do not know. I went to drop all this hack in here, so I. Oh, remember we were doing the viewpoint and I said the sound was real bad on the Nintendo that Neo Geo Clone, but this is what it's supposed to sound like, the viewpoint. So it still sounds like it still sounds a little bit off. Let me try, but the graphics is good. I mean, I don't see any. I meant to try the Street Fighter. Let's see if I got as a Game Gear, and that's the one I'm talking about. The Sega Master. Okay, it's called the Master System, not the Mega Drive, because Mega Drive is the Japanese version of Sega Genesis. So I apologize if I confuse everybody. It's the Master System. Okay, that's the one that doesn't work. It's called SMS. There you go, Master System, not Mega Drive. Okay, I've been confusing everybody and myself as well. That's what happens if you don't play game all the time. I only like to make things work, and then after that I don't really play it. So that's part of the reason. So this is coming from Nintendo X, and so far the sound is pretty good. I mean, it looks good to me. I'm looking directly at it. The iPhone does not do it justice. It doesn't. Okay, pause it. Some reason the the iPhone, when I look at it, it doesn't look as good as what I'm looking at directly. And what I'm looking at directly is real good, and some reason this iPhone X6 is not doing its justice. It's not focusing correctly. So I'm trying to see if it, yeah, it's not doing its justice color. It doesn't look like that. It actually look real good. So I don't know, I can't, but believe me, it looked good with the IPS screen. It's worth its price. I think right now Amazon's selling for $109, and for the 10 inches and the 7 inches it's selling for $75. So I would get the 10 inches because you could see better and everything. So yeah, does the Neo Geo X really have problem with the outputting to the TV? I don't think so. I think it looked great. I mean, it lets you play Sega Genesis. It lets you play everything, and plus the whole library of Neo Geo. So go download my, go get my image and burn it into your SD card. You have all the flash, the firmware you need. Yeah. So yeah, go get it. Now I will. Oh, one button. Hey, quit. Okay. So hopefully I didn't miss anything, forget anything that I want to tell you. So let's summarize this a little bit. Now this one, I want to see if that same game that we were just demoing, is it true? Does it sound like that when you're shooting? Because the music sound fine on the viewpoint, but some reason the, let me go to the Mega Drive and let me look at the shooting game, look at the viewpoint. I think I just quit. Okay, this one doesn't have that cracking noise. Yeah, it sounds just fine, this one. That's why I say this one play the emulator a lot better. Using the Android's emulator, they don't have any. Let me see if the volume is all up. Yeah, it's all up. Okay, so yeah, those two emulators, it just sound a little bit funny. Oh, I meant to demonstrate the Sega Genesis also. Sega Genesis, the Street Fighter last time I couldn't get it to work because they didn't have Street Fighter 2. So let me plug that into it. Let me unplug the Neo Geo X. And let me plug into this one. Oop. Oh! Hope I didn't short circuit my system. Because I plugged this. I'm trying to plug this to USB port. This is supposed to go into the box. And this one used this this connection, the video out only. But if you get an IPS screen and a box converter from this to HDMI, it will look good. Okay, so I also want to let people know that with the hardware that I bought, it might mislead people. People might not get as good quality in their TV when they plug into the TV as well. The way I have it set up, it looked good on the screen, but it might not look good for you guys that doesn't have that converter box that you plug it directly to TV. So just another FYI that, you know, it might look good on me, it might mislead me telling you that it looked good, but reality is that I have a better screen IPS and then a converter to convert the audio video into I need to reboot it. I think I hear some static when I trying to plug the okay, let me try to change the screen output back into NTFS, and that you have to do that all the time. I wish it would just keep, I guess because this one is probably PAL and our TV is S different format. Okay, anytime now. I'm gonna go push the back of that button because sometimes I have to do that with the box if it doesn't detect it. Let me show you what I'm doing. Got everything too tight or something, can't move it around. So there's a button here to push, like a reset, or if that doesn't work, you press the second button. There you go. Okay, so it came out. So if you have the problem, if you buy the box, there's two buttons to push. You have to push them. So okay, let me bring this close to my lap. A lot of people who play Sega Genesis like to know if Street Fighter sound good. It sounds the same as the Neo Geo X. So I'm sorry, let me move it back. So to get to my SD card, I do the preview and preview again. Oops, sorry, and then go to my game. Oh, this is not mine. Still the main. Okay, SD card. Previews directory. Yeah, press previews directory twice to get to the SD card. And now those are my SD card. I'm gonna go ahead and try. Those doesn't work. This is the only one that work. I forgot how many games is in there. The main that I have tested. It seemed like majority of all the street fighting game from Capcom work, and Neo Geo game that made it also work, but not all of them. And since I have a lot of game in here, it take a while to load. So just so you know that if you put a lot of game in a folder, it take a long time to load when you press it. I couldn't get this to work. Okay. Data East by Nepcon. I got 5 games here that it just let people know that my arcade is coming out with the Nepcon arcade version with 20 game, and 5 game is going to be coming from either Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo, and then hopefully majority of them is arcade version. So just so you know that I was going to do a video on that to demonstrate what it looked like with the game in this Data East machine. So I'm playing from this system. I'm plugged into USB. So the graphics good, the play's good. Okay, so if you press start, it also pauses the game, so that's good. I want to see if I could get it to where the screen will look more what I'm seeing, because apparently it's not doing its justice. It's look better than what the video is recording on my phone. So I guess like there's not much I could do to show you how it's good. I mean, if you use IPS screen, even NeoGeoX look good. I mean, I know a lot of people say it doesn't look good, but yeah. So there's a possibility that this system clone might not look as good as the TV because I'm using a special IPS. I bought it for mainly for Raspberry Pi. So I don't know. I hope I'm not misleading anybody because that's what I have. So if you want the best monitor to play the retro game, I recommend get an IPS. So I know I repeat that several times, but yes, go ahead and get that because that's the best one. Alright, I hope I cover everything. If you have any question at the bottom, give me your input, what you think, and all that stuff. And about if you have any question about NeoGeoX, I'll try my best to answer it. I know it's hard when I'm working and then trying to do this at the same time. So I try my best to answer people as soon as possible whenever I see the message. Alright, and hopefully this helped. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. See y'all later. Bye-bye.